are some stages in development when it comes to meditation that need to be addressed. I've had numerous people tell me they cannot comprehend the whole chakra topic. They cannot feel them per se. So to begin, I'm going to share with you an experience I had and how I came to know about the chakras. At one point in my life, I was extremely stressed from work and the current state of society. I reached a point of complete exhaustion, both mentally and physically. Being that I did not know any alternative to escape the situation, I simply endured my fatigue to virtually a point of torture. When I reached this point, the only way I could have managed to get through the day was to sit calmly and focus on my breath, try to remove the thoughts. At first, this was just because it calmed me and it enabled me to participate in the so-called game. It was the only way I knew how to continue living at the time. I continued this for about a year and a half just to get by. And one day, I woke up and I felt my hands buzzing and vibrating. I went to many doctors and they all gazed at me like stunned fish. Realizing that I was not going to find any help from the mainstream so-called healthcare, I exhausted all my other resources until I found ancient information on energy centers. I thought, oh, this must be what I'm feeling, energy. So this is what I want to talk about. There are various stages of development you must discover before beginning to work on your chakras more directly. First is being able to calm the mind, being able to sit, breathe, and not have countless thoughts about what you're going to have for dinner or why Stacey won't go out with you. This is the first and hardest step. A lot of people find they cannot sit without constant flooding of thoughts, so they give up saying, oh, I can't do meditation. I think you'll find, with some persistence, that if you sit there long enough, you run out of things to think about. The second stage is becoming aware of mild sensations in the inner body. Slight tingling, buzzing, in the hands or in the scalp, throbbing sensations in your third eye. There are various others, but these seem to be the most common. It may be some time before you begin to feel these things. Keep in mind, it is likely your chakra development is only trickling with energy and not a gushing stream of divine light. To give you an idea, it was about 1.5 years of casually approaching meditation before I began to experience these sensations and began to consciously direct them at the chakras. By focusing your attention on what you want, you can achieve this much quicker. The third stage is where you are now able to calm the mind of thoughts and can shift to what I call an inner void. At this point, you can begin to able to focus your attention to a specific task. The stronger you can focus your attention without being distracted, the more powerful you will become. When you can focus, begin focusing on the location of the chakras until a point where you can feel the energy building up. It is likely you will feel nothing or very little at this point. Your ability to imagine and direct your focus will still be minute. You are still learning. The object is to stay persistent until you become aware of such a thing. There is a fourth stage. This involves clearing your chakras and raising the energy from the base to the crown in a single sitting. This is known as kundalini. This is what we're aiming for at this point. At this point, you will be able to contact the divine self and no longer need assistance from any other source. You will be able to unlock your true potential as a human being, and many faculties unaware to you at this time will become apparent. Of course, we are far from this point as of yet. Now that that is addressed, I will show you how to direct your attention and get your breathing correct so that you are drawing in life force energy. I just want to say that this approach to chakra work may not be for everybody. Simply calming the mind will be beneficial enough for some to pursue their own needs. I just personally find that directing the energy is far more beneficial if one is able to do so. For those who think they are not ready for the previous mentionings, you should pay attention here, for this is another approach. When you breathe, you're doing two things. On a physical, you're drawing in air. On the etheric, you're drawing in universal life force, hence the breath of life. When you unconsciously breathe, you're drawing in very little life force. When you consciously breathe, you're breathing in light. The etheric body is composed of light. This conscious breath must be taken through the nose and done so in a fashion where when breathing, you do not hear the flow of air through the nostrils. It must be done slow and in a deep manner. If it is done so too hastily, you're drawing in more air than energy, severely limiting the life force being drawn in. You should be able to understand the difference with some practice. You'll feel your body becoming heavy and perhaps some tingling sensations after about 10 minutes. A calming sensation will arise and you will begin to have various thoughts arising in an increased, abstract way. When you're drawing in these deep, slow breaths, you want to be doing so directed at your lower abdomen, just below your belly button. This is somewhat of a capacitator for pranic energy. An unconscious breath fills the upper region of the lungs, whereas this deep breathing exercise feels as if you were bringing air into the bottom of your stomach. So these are two steps you can take to begin. I would recommend getting used to the breathing exercise before attempting your energy at the chakras. If you feel you are competent at this, try directing your attention and breath to the third eye. I don't like to put a time frame on such things, as everyone is unique, but I guess that it would take roughly 10 to 20 minutes of effective breathing to achieve the state where you begin to draw in sufficient amount of light. Like I said before, you'll feel your body getting heavy and hard to move, and your perceptions will shift from the complete body region to a more compressed state in the mind or around the head. For beginners, it is of the utmost importance to keep your focus on your breath and the location you are sending it to, in this case, the lower abdomen. By focusing on this, you are providing your mind with a task which then prevents you from wandering off in your thoughts. Some may find applying a rhythm of 7 to 10 seconds in and out may be helpful. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how to apply this practice and what I usually do. The most important thing to most of my lessons is attention. What is it you want, and how long can you hold your thoughts on getting that desire before your mind is sidetracked? This lesson goes well with this exercise. Normally, I will sit and spend 5 minutes just lowering my breath and getting used to my surroundings. I usually accompany this process with a cup of tea. I find the effects of the tea can slightly aid the meditation, and being well hydrated allows your nervous system to transmute the energies more effectively. Now that I am settled, I get into position. I sit with my legs crossed, back straight, palms up resting on the knees, with the thumb and index finger touching. The traditional pose for all those that know. I find a small cushion to elevate yourself helps with the pain if you are unflexible. It is beneficial to be on the ground level when doing this. This aids the flow of energy to the earth, which I'll explain at a later point. It is of extreme importance that you are comfortable and position yourself so that you are not moving about and breaking your attention. If you find being seated on the ground difficult, you can try applying the same posture, but seated on a soft chair. Just make sure your back is straight and that you are upright, not laying down. Now, I simply direct my attention to my breath. My eyes are closed, and I imagine an outline of my physical body. As the insides are now just empty space, I can direct my thoughts more easily to any location of the body. I then focus my point of interest, in this case the lower abdomen. This is always at the very center of the body. When working on the chakras, it is in the exact location of the chakra, so be sure to be aware of the locations, as you will not yet be able to feel where they are located. With this exercise, you may feel sensations anywhere in the body, or you may feel nothing at all. Just continue practicing, and it will provide you with another component each lesson until you begin to experience or grasp these discussions. Take note that if you do not practice these beginning steps, you will not be able to comprehend the later lessons.